Ravens, Titans, 9:30 Eastern start time on Sunday. Baltimore's -4 in London, totals 41. And for a team laying 4 points in this spot here, Baltimore hasn't looked really great on offense. They're throwing for just $189 a game. They actually had all kinds of problems moving the football against a terrible Pittsburgh defense last week. And if you think Lamar's going to run it all over Tennessee, well, just keep in mind the Titans' defense is 7th in yards allowed per rush. They defend the run very well. Now, Tennessee saw their last 3 straight stay under the total. So did Baltimore. Give me Tennessee +4, under 41. Next matchup I have for you, it is going to be Commanders, Falcons, 1 o'clock East. Atlanta's the 3-point favorite, totals 42.5. A 1-point move toward the Falcons and the over in this one. That in mind, though, I have no confidence in Atlanta's offense. They're averaging only 16 points a game. And when it comes to covering the point spread, Atlanta failed to cover in their last 4 straight. They're facing a Washington defense who gives up just 19 completions per game. They're actually holding opposing quarterbacks to just 61% passing. So even though this Washington D gets a bad rap, well, there's some things they're doing well. This Washington pass rush, for example, they should give Desmond Ridder fits. They're averaging nearly 4 sacks a game. Give me the Commanders +3, under 42.5. Next matchup, Vikings-Bears, 1 o'clock Eastern kickoff. Minnesota's the 2-point favorite, totals 45. And as bad as the Vikings have been, I just can't seem to fade them here. They're throwing for more yards a game than any other team in the NFC right now. They're also facing arguably the worst secondary in the game. These guys allow more passing yards per contest than any other secondary besides one. And out of 5 ball games this year for Chicago, the over cashed in all 5 of those outings. Give me the Vikings -2, over 45. Next matchup, little divisional game here. Colts, Jags, 1 o'clock East. Jacksonville's -4.5, totals 46 and a hook. Now the Jags are both running it and throwing it quite well. Trevor Lawrence has thrown for over 1,250 yards, only 2 picks, and could be a big day for him because this Indy secondary has been porous at best. These guys are in the bottom 5 in the league in pass defense. They'll also be going to work without Anthony Richardson for several weeks at that quarterback position on offense. Give me Jacksonville -4.5, over 46 and a hook. Next game should be a good one. Niners-Browns, 1 o'clock East. San Francisco's the 5.5-point favorite on the road, totals 37 and a hook. And as good as this Cleveland defense has been, well, I still think San Francisco could very well put this one over the total themselves. That's how good they've been on offense. They've scored 30 or more in all of their games this year, top 3 in the NFL in yards per game. And of course, when it comes to defensive play, the Niners allow fewer points a game than any other club in football. That includes Cleveland. Of course, they're facing a Browns offense who gives up a lot of sacks, and they turn it over a whole bunch. I think that sloppy play is going to result in more possessions and scores for the Niners. Now, real quick, weather could be a potential factor here on Sunday in Cleveland. Supposed to be cloudy and windy. It's actually going to rain in Cleveland 5 out of the next 7 days. So keep an eye on that weather. Having said that, though, even if precipitation's a factor, Christian McCaffrey can still grind it out on the ground for the Niners and move the ball. So give me San Francisco -5.5, over 37 and a hook. All right, next ball game, Seahawks, Bengals, 1 o'clock East. Cincy's the 3-point favorite at home, totals 45.5. Now the streaky Bengals actually just covered the point spread 1 time this year. So actually not so streaky with regard to the point spread. They're just flat out bad when it comes to covering. They're also arguably the worst running football team in the game right now. They're facing one of the most physical rush defenses in football at the moment. Coach Johnny Glenn got those linebackers playing downhill out there in Seattle. Wagner and Brooks both have over 90 tackles between the both of them. Seattle allows a league low 3.2 yards per rush. Give me Seattle +3, under 45.5. All right, next matchup, Saints-Texans, 1 o'clock Eastern start time. New Orleans is -1 on the road, totals 42. And as good as C.J. Stroud's looked for Houston, he's facing a very tough New Orleans secondary. Opposing quarterbacks are completing just 57% of their passes against them. And the Saints are also in the top 5 in interceptions. Now, when it comes to the run game, well, the Texans really haven't shown much ability to run the football. These guys are currently second to last in the league in yards per rush. Now, all 5 of New Orleans' ball games this season fell under the number. Give me the Saints -1, under 42. Next ball game, Panthers, Dolphins, 1 o'clock Eastern start time. Miami's -13.5, totals 48.5. The Dolphins lead the NFL in passing. The Panthers allow nearly 30 points a game. Give me the Dolphins -13.5, over 48.5. All right, next matchup, getting into that afternoon slate. Patriots, Raiders, 4:05 East. Las Vegas is -3.5 at home, totals 42. And I tell you what, I have no good reason to back New England, laying 3.5 points on the road. But for some reason, we're not laying, we're catching. But still, I have no good reason to back New England catching 3.5 on the road. But I do think they can cover this number. And the only reason for that is I think they have the better defense on the field. They're in the top 5 in scrimmage yards per play. They're also limiting opposing quarterbacks to just 8 yards per completion, keeping it all in front of them, making them get rid of it quick. That's nearly a league best in that category, yards per completion. Now, Las Vegas on the other side, they can't really do anything offensively. They're dead last in rushing, bottom 3 in scoring. Give me the Patriots +3.5, under 41. Next ball game, Lions-Bucks, 4:25 East. Detroit's the 3-point favorite on the road, totals 44. Now, the Lions are on a 3-game winning streak, scoring a ton of points this year. When it comes to defensive play, well, you just can't run on these guys. Alex Anzalone leads the D in tackles. They're facing a shaky Tampa offense who rushes for just 87 yards a game. I really think this Detroit defense is going to make Baker have to beat him. And I don't think that's a great proposition for Bucs fans. Now, the Lions' last 2 straight did get over the total. 3-1 to the over in their last 4. Give me the Lions -3, over 44. Next matchup, Cards, Rams, 4:25 East. LA's the 7-point favorite at home, totals 48. And even though I really dislike this number, I do think LA has the better pieces in place. Matt Stafford's in the top 5 in passing yards. Meanwhile, this Arizona secondary is one of the worst in the NFC. No real surprise here. Arizona's last 4 straight all got over the total. Give me the Rams -7, over 48. Next ball game, Eagles, Jets, 4:25 East. Philadelphia is the 7-point favorite on the road, totals 41.5. And when it comes to that total, 3 out of Philly's last 5 ball games got over. Overs against the likes of Washington, Minnesota, and New England. Meanwhile, New York saw their last couple of games get over the line. When it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game's being featured as one of my NFL tier membership package picks on my premium site for this week. But as far as making a free pick is concerned, give me the over 41.5. All right, next matchup, Sunday Night Football, Giants, Bills, 8:20 p.m. East. Buffalo's -14, totals 45, and this does seem like a solid bounce-back spot for the Bills. Started sluggish in London last week and just couldn't do enough late in the game. I think they're going to expose a disheveled Giants defense in this one. The G-men allow more yards per play than any other team besides one. When it comes to rushing the passer, the Giants are dead last in sacks. They're facing a Bills O-line who's protected Josh Allen good enough. He's certainly had enough time to get it to Stephon Diggs, who's averaging well over 100 yards a game receiving. When it comes to the total, I just don't think the Giants can do enough on offense to help put this one over. They also saw all of their games this year stay under the total besides one. Give me Buffalo minus 14, under 45. And with that, folks, next and final matchup, Monday Night Football. That'll be between the Cowboys and the Chargers, 8:15 Eastern start time in Los Angeles. Dallas is minus 3 on the road, totals 50. And of course, both teams definitely have areas of concern that make this one tough to handicap. Dallas doesn't really throw it well. And the Chargers, well, they have no secondary. Both teams also come into Monday. They come into Monday's ball game losers of 2 out of their previous 4, respectively. Unfortunately, I have no free pick for you in that game. And with that, folks, now it is time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Chiefs minus 10.5 over 48. Titans plus 4 under 41. Washington plus 3 under 42.5. I'm 2-0 my last 2 chairman package picks on my premium page. 70% my last 11 plays in that same category. And if you want to access today's chairman pick, the link for that package is in my bio. Minnesota minus 2 over 45. Jacksonville minus 4.5 over 46 and a hook. Niners minus 5.5 over 37 and a hook. Seattle plus 3 under 45.5. Saints minus 1 under 42. Dolphins minus 13.5 over 48.5 points. Patriots plus 3.5 under 41. Lions minus 3 over 44. LA Rams minus 7 over 48. Give me the over 41.5 in the Eagles-Jets game. Buffalo Bills minus 14 under 45. And I have no free pick for you in the Cowboys-Chargers game. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, guys, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that chairman membership, it's a full access, all-inclusive package. Gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page at patreon.com/BrockPage.